Assalamu alaikum children. How are you all? Hope you all are very fine, fit and healthy at your home. Children, in last session you have learnt about methods of separation like sieving, filtration, crystallization and distillation. Now in today's session you are going to learn about two more methods of separation. They are sublimation and chromatography. So let us enter into a lesson. So let us see what is sublimation. Can we use these features for separating mixtures of powdered salt and camphor? So let us see. Here you can see a picture of doing activity of this sublimation. Sublimation of camphor. Aim of this activity to understand the process of sublimation. And what do you need to do this activity? A mixture of camphor and powdered salt, a china dish, a funnel, cotton, stand burner. So these are the things you need to do this activity. So let us do how to do this activity. Take a mixture of camphor and powdered salt in a china dish and cover it with a funnel. Close the tube of the funnel with cotton. Place the dish on a stand and heat it with a burner like you are seeing here. So what happens after? Let us see. What do you see after this? When camphor is heated, it transforms to gaseous form without changing into liquid, leaving the salt powder in the dish. On reaching the cotton, it cools. The gaseous form of camphor changes directly into a solid without going to the liquid state. Now, we have observed a gas is directly changing into a solid without going to the liquid state. So, what do you learn from this activity? The process in which a substance changes directly from solid to gaseous form and directly from a gas to a solid, vice versa, is called as sublimation. So, in sublimation process, a substance directly changes from solid to gas and from gas to solid. That is nothing but called as sublimation. Next we see another method of separation, that is chromatography. So it is a novel method of separation. Can we separate colors from a mixture of colors? So to understand this, let us do an interesting activity. A chalk with different colors. Now you can see here children. Let us start how to do this chromatography. So for this you have to take a chalk with different colors. So aim of this chromatography to separate colors from a mixture of colors. Next, what do you need to do this activity? A stick of white chalk, ink, plate, water. Next, we see how to do this activity. Take a whole stick of white chalk. Around the curved surface of the chalk, put an ink mark with blue or black ink. Now pour some water in a plate and keep the piece of chalk in the water. Ensure that the water in the plate is very little and does not touch the ink mark. Observe the color patterns that form on the piece of chalk after some time. Remove the chalk before the water reaches its top. So now what do you see? Different colors are formed around the chalk from the bottom to top. What do you learn from this activity? The ink appears to be made of a single color, but it is actually a mixture of many colors hidden in it. The colors those colors are separated by this method. It is an example of chromatography. Try to do chromatography with different inks and find out which colors they contain. Where do we use the chromatography method? We know that a leaf is green in color. Try to find whether the leaf consists of only one color or more than one color. Separation of substances is a very important scientific activity and is also important in our daily life. We are using different types of separation techniques of various purposes to get desirable qualities material. So children, so like this we do chromatography and sublimation. So now up to this we have completed our chapter materials and separating methods. Now in our next session we will start chapter 6, that is fun with magnets. So children, up to that, be happy and Allah Hafiz.